Do you want to know a secret? Who doesn't? Stick around and I'll let you in on one of mine. This recipe is called sfogliatta. Basically, it's pizza dough that you roll out really thin. You smother it with caramelized onions, some anchovy paste, salt, pepper, and extra virgin olive oil, of course. This sfogliatta recipe is passed down from my grandfather on my mother's side. So I'm hoping I can replicate this for you and that you can try it at home as well. You're gonna smell like onions. It's definitely not a time to take a hot yoga class. So let's get started. First, my apron. Thank you. Because you know what I always say, when life gives you lemons, you make sfogliatta. Put up my hair and let's get to work. Start by slicing 4 to 5 pounds of yellow onions in a food processor. Yes, you will shed tears. Delicious tears of joy. Now we start the frying process. This is probably the longest part of the whole recipe. Take 3/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil in a pan till it's nice and hot. Once your oil is hot, on medium of course, add your first batch of onions. You may not be able to get the full 4 to 5 pounds of onions in one batch, so I kind of break it up into 2 or 3. Add a little salt, always salt as you go. And I cover my onions when I caramelize just to speed it up, or else we're gonna be here forever. Takes about 40 to 45 minutes per batch of onions. You can prep your onions in advance. You can fry them, store them in the fridge for up to a week, or keep them in the freezer for about 3 months or so. But in our house, fried onions don't last very long. So these are the onions after a full 30 minutes of caramelization. They haven't gotten to the color that I like, so we've got another 15 more minutes to go. Now that your onions are caramelized and they got into the golden color that you wanted, make sure to preheat your oven at 350 Fahrenheit. And this is what the onions look like when they were done. Isn't this bowl adorable? This belonged to my mom when she got engaged many moons ago. And I take it out every once in a while and it reminds me of her, as does this recipe. So let's get started and start rolling out the dough into a thin layer. Takes a little bit of work, but you're gonna see it's a lot of fun. Make sure to flour your surface because the dough will stick and we don't want sticky dough. I bought the dough this time. I didn't make it myself just because you're spending a lot of time with the onions and the frying and the chopping. You need to save some time somewhere. So this is where I save some time. So be sure to have the dough floured on both sides. You want to get a nice round circle. So always start with your hands and putting it in the form that you want. Dust your rolling pin with flour, because if not, it will stick. And you slowly and gently work your dough back and forth and back, turning it every once in a while, making sure it doesn't stick. And if you feel like it's starting to stick at the base or on your counter, just throw some flour underneath. The word sfoglia translates as layers or sheets. This dough is gonna end up being super thin that you can almost see through it, almost like a sheet. That's where the origin of this name comes from. Just keep on going. It's a little bit of a workout. You're gonna need it because believe me, you'll be eating more than one piece of this. To my knowledge, the recipe is from a small town in southern Italy, in the center of a high heel boot, of course, called Rapolla. That's in the region of La Basilicata. If I can give anyone a little piece of advice, if you've got aging family members, ask them about their recipes, because when they pass on, those recipes pass on with them. And when you do make the recipes, you keep their memory alive. If anyone has their own origin story of this recipe, I'd love to hear it. Maybe there's somebody out there who makes the same thing as I do and calls it something different. Who knows? One good thing about having high heels when you roll out your dough is it helps you reach the end of the counter. Now that the dough is nice and thin, you can almost see through it. Yeah, kind of. This is what you want. Now you're ready to spread the anchovy paste just randomly over the dough. It's a must. I know people say, oh, anchovies, ugh. Guys, anchovies are great. They add a lovely umami flavor and it helps balance with the really sweet onions. So you kind of need that little saltiness that this adds. So I use about 2 tablespoons of the tube, which is about half of the tube. Now comes the fun part, the smothering of the onions. Take a spoon, place it over the dough. You want the dough covered as much as possible. Then at the end, I kind of spread it out with my hands. It's just a lot easier. And this way I can really feel how much onions and I have on each section. I can feel the thickness. My mom would be so proud if she saw me doing this on camera, spreading the word, spreading the sfogliatta word. You want to make sure that all the dough has a little bit of oil so it doesn't dry out, okay? And whatever's left in onions, that doesn't go to waste. You could put that in an omelet, you can put it on your pasta, on some crusty bread with some cheese. Perfect. Now, lots of black pepper, freshly ground black pepper, a little bit of salt. You don't need too much salt because the anchovies, as you know, is a little salty. So, just a pinch here, a pinch there. You know us Italians, we don't measure anything. It's a pizzica of this and a pizzica of that. Who knows? Now we're ready to roll. I'm going to attempt to roll this in a crescent-shaped form. Just kind of slightly roll it. And if you see a little tear in your dough, don't worry about it. It won't show. There's your crescent shape sfogliatta. Put that on an oiled pan. Just so it doesn't stick and that the bottom gets nice and golden. Now the challenging part is getting it into the pan without breaking it. So I basically start slowly, move it onto the pan. There we go. I did it. Doesn't always look this good, but it doesn't matter what it looks like. It's what it tastes like. And I brush a little bit of olive oil over the top, just so it gets golden. There we go. Just like that. And a little sprinkle of black pepper. Give it some color. It's ready for the oven. Now that the oven has reached its temperature, make sure your sfogliatta is on the bottom rack. See you later. Now it's time to enjoy. This sfogliatta is traditionally eaten at Christmas time, but my devoted fans request it all year round. Grab my apron, girls. Family members come out of the woodwork for this. You see the wonderful layers? This is why it's called a sfogliatta. I told my friend Cecile I was making this onion roll called sfogliatta. She goes, what is that? I said, it's caramelized onions on a pizza dough. She says, hello, you had me at caramelized onions. A little movie reference from a girl in the biz. This is a great addition to a charcuterie board. So if you follow my first episode and make the focaccia, add this to your board and you're gonna have a winner of a dinner. Okay, girls, it's time for you to enjoy with me. So share this recipe with those you love. Only those that are worth it, because you know how much work goes into this. You're welcome. And cheers to our second episode.
Cheers.
And thank you for those followers. I look forward to seeing you again and welcome you into my kitchen. Get that umami kick. Isn't that great?
So good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's my crew. by slicing 4 to 5 yellow onions in your food processor.
4 to 5 pounds.
Start by slicing... You will shed... That you will shed tears! Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. If I could make it there, I'll make it anywhere.
Really good. Thank you, Lori.
You're welcome.
We only need one more shot.